Ooh, narrow one, man. Close one. Very nice, though. And that's the rank right there. Pop. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. Because we're going like pizzas in here, guys. We're getting hot and ready. This is Aggro. This is the purest form of Aggro. I think one of the better aggro decks that I've had. Absolutely won on a vicious run with this one. Rakdos. I don't really want to say lizards, although it has a lot of lizards in it. This is an 84% win rate currently. Yes, really. I'll post a screenshot of it. 84% on this one. Absolutely spams attacks like you wouldn't believe, with some really early plays using combinations of lizards, zombies, Aleshas, some of this new hasty stuff, pushing all the early damage, building a wide board, and just not giving anybody time to react to it. It is very good. Hot and ready. HOTTOGO. So, that being said, before we get down into it, I need you to do something for me. Tenderly press that like button, gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and attack you for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for a live stream. Goodness, we'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. Both of those places you can go live. Check us out whenever we post videos. Hit that bell to be notified. Join Notification Squad. It'll be great. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information. Post your decks, post memes, ask questions. It's all right there in Discord. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, you go right down to the AetherHub and you will find it. So what are we talking about with Hot and Ready? Well, we need to move quick. We have a couple of new cards and we have a couple of old lizard cards and some removal. First things first, I think I'll talk about the kills. We got to get people out of our way. We have small creatures going in. Some can take hits, some can remove stuff, but we do need to hit removal. Tragic Trajectory has kind of been my go-to guy, especially with things dying the way that they do consistently. We don't really mind stuff dying. We have stuff that comes back out of the graveyard, but Tragic Trajectory is pretty good for -2/-2. Void is -10/-10 for a big boy hit right there. I'm also going to go with 2 Strategic Betrayals to exile an opponent's graveyard and some of their other creatures, and just keep a 4 Bitter Triumphs. Keep that on me as well. Again, there's a lot of ways that we can discard cards and then come back with reanimate stuff. So I'm not worried about chucking an Undead Sprinter or even a Timeline Crawler to make sure we don't lose that 3 life in case we need it, or we can chuck an extra mana. So we do want to go heavy on the removal early on. I think 9 removal is perfectly fine. You could cut it down to 8 if you want, but that is how we're going to open it up. Then the damage starts, guys. Hired Claw is going to be 1 red, 1/2. Lizard Mercenary, by the way, that's an outlaw, so Shoot the Sheriff won't work. Whenever you attack with 1 or more lizards, it deals 1 damage to opponent. And whenever anybody lost life this turn, you can pay 1 red and 1 to put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Big plays right here. Really aggressive, really good plays. Cheap, effective. Just like a mono red staple at this point. So don't really need to describe that much more. And as you can see, guys, that's our only 1-drop. Alesha's on 3. Everything else is on 2. We are pushing 2s on this. We'll call it kicking the 2-step. As far as new cards, we gotta have Sunset Saboteur. Look at this. He is going to be the early black power that you can bring in this game now is really good, man. 1 black and 1 4/1 menace. Discard a card with the ward, so they really have to kind of think about what they're doing if they're going to ward you. Whenever this creature attacks, put a 1/1 counter on target creature an opponent controls. If they don't have a creature, it doesn't matter. So we try to kill what they have. Even if they do, to have a 4/1 going in with menace requires a lot of blocking power to get rid of it. I don't really care if we boost up. If they do, we'll either kill what we boost up, or we're going to hit them so hard that it's not going to matter. They're going to be dead before they can even do things. Of course, we have my man Timeline Crawler right here, the donut who cuts through time and space. 2 black and 2 2/2 haste. Again, pushing damage on the 2-step. We want to Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive. We can even play him turn 1 because he has the warp ability of 1 black and pay 2 life and swing in for 2 right there. Very, very useful card right there. And again, play him out of your graveyard even. So again, if he dies, goes in your graveyard anyway, you can just keep coming back and pushing damage, pushing damage, pushing damage. You want to really, again, this is an aggro deck. You want to push people down. Don't turtle. Keep constant pressure on your opponent. Doesn't matter if stuff dies, it'll come back. So now we're going to look at another combination that I think people are forgetting about. This guy's good, man. If we're talking about Rakdos aggro, Undead Sprinter's not a bad choice right here. He actually syncs really well with Void. He is a zombie creature, 2/2 haste with trample. A 2/2 haste trample for 2 mana is solid. But not only that, you may cast this card from your graveyard if a non-zombie creature died this turn. If you do, this creature enters with a 1/1 counter on it. So if anything died, you get to bring this guy back immediately. So you can swing in, take all the damage you're going to get. Even if he dies, you can bring him back for next turn and he's a 3/3. So again, the more death, it activates Void, so you can trigger, it basically has the Void ability. If something died that turn, does that, and you can do Undead Sprinter on that too. So again, push damage, push, 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 push. Here comes the lizard combinations that we're going to have here. We're going to have the Flame Cash Gecko. This is super good because it's adding 2 well, and it puts another body on the board. 1 red and 1 2/2 Lizard Warlock. Again, it's a outlaw. Outlaws, guess what? Immune to Shoot the Sheriff. Whenever this creature enters, if an opponent lost life this turn, add 1 black and 1 red. So you get basically a free body. So you could put down, you could attack with Hired Claw, put down Flame Cash Gecko, and then immediately turn around and put down Gastel Thrillseeker. Next turn, you're going in with a wider board. They don't have the blockers necessary to get everything out that they need to. You have that power, you have that expansive, all those little bits of damage, all those general creatures. They're either going to have to come up with board wipes because they can't individually snipe them all. So Flame Cash Gecko is definitely going to give you the mana you need to expand your board. And of course, in the middle to late game, you can pay 1 red and 1 discard a card and draw a card. If you're flooding, that's a great way to keep the flow of cards into your hand right there. As far as other lizards go, I'm also going to go with the Gastel Thrillseeker. This is a lizard berserker. It's not an outlaw. 1 red and 1 black right here. 2/3 with Start Your Engines. Whenever this creature enters, it deals 1 damage to each of your opponent and you gain 1 life. The reason I like this guy is because he triggers the Hired Claw ability right there. Of course, if a opponent lost life this turn, you can pump him up later on. He also, without even attacking, he's also going to trigger the Flame Cash Gecko ability. So if you have 4 mana, you could do Gastel Thrillseeker into Flame Cash Gecko, which they'll get 2 more, into an Undead Sprinter. And again, by turning 4 mana into 3 creatures, 3 2/2 creatures, you've built such an aggressive wide board for your next attack. They don't have the ability to try to block all of these things. You're going to be pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And not only that, like I said, Timeline Color and Undead Sprinter, even with all the aggressive pushing you're going to be making, they're going to be coming back from the dead. They're going to be having to deal with them over and over and over again. But we have one more trick up our sleeve, so we're going to talk about that. Terra Pact Intimidator. Look at this guy, Cabu Scout. This is another one that I thought of here. A great way to get some really beefy guys on the board for 2. 1 red and 1. Whenever this creature enters, target opponent, meaning the only opponent you have, may have you create 2 lander tokens. If they don't, put 2 1/1 counters on this creature. 2 lander tokens, there they are landing onto the planet. Lander token is an artifact. You pay 2, tap it, and sacrifice it. You search your library for basic land, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Nobody wants you to have lender tokens. I don't know why. It's like obsessive. They don't want you ramping. They don't really know what you have going on. So you're getting a 2/1. You potentially are getting a 4/3 because everyone always chooses never to give you lander tokens. Every time that I've played the Terra Pact Intimidator, nobody says, they said, no, I don't want him to have 2 lander tokens. Fuck that. And they always make him a 4/3. And that is where they go wrong, because with Sunset Saboteur and Terran Impactor, you're swinging in with 4s across the board with all the rest of you're doing. You're coming in with a lot of hefty damage. They can't deal with it all. Again, overwhelm the line. That's the goal right there. So that's another fun EOE card that we added there for the Cavu Scout. And then we're going to finish it off with Alesha, who laughs at fate. Of course, our Rakdos Reanimator from Clan Mardu. Clan Mardu to the end. 1 red, 1 black, and 1 human warrior. 2/2 first strike. Whenever Alesha attacks, put a 1/1 counter on it. With the raid ability at the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, so meaning if anybody attacked, if you return target creature card with a mana value power less than or equal to Alesha's power from your graveyard. She never needs to attack. As you can see here, guys, everything is 2 or 1. So she never needs to increase her power as long as you're attacking every turn. And you could potentially attack every single turn as long as you have Undead Sprinter reanimating and going in, or you're replaying Timeline Crawler with haste from your graveyard. You are always going to resurrect things over and over and over again. You're going to be refilling the board constantly as long as you have Alesha with the raid ability. So again, the main goal, if you're saying, oh, I'm struggling with it, Jay, I bet you're not attacking enough. You should be wildly throwing your stuff at your opponent. Got to keep them off balance. And because don't worry, you're going to regenerate your creatures, you're going to bring them back, you're going to be able to get them back from your graveyard. You want to keep them stunned, you want to come at them fast and keep them off balance and push that damage. That's going to be the key to this one. Very, very good, hot and ready. Like I said, overall, when we played this, I'm telling you, it's an 84% win rate, 87% on the play. It's nuts. 7 mountains, 7 forests, 4 Blazemire Verges, 1 Raucous Theater because that Swamp Mountain does activate the Blazemire. So that's good, and 3 starting towns. Unfortunately, Rakdos is having a little bit of a mana issue right now. We don't really have any good, combinations of Rakdos Landos right there. We look at the stats: 30 creatures, 12 of them lizards. It is a little bit of a lizard deck, but we have enough stuff in here that I feel like is a little different. Decent amount of warlocks too, surprising amount. Warlocks, humans, berserkers to zombies. 4 instants, 5 sorceries, 22 lands on a 1.9. Not an expensive deck. I don't think we have any mythic rares in here either. I think it's mostly common and rare, uncommon and rare. That is what we're looking like. A splish splash more black than red on the stack up right there. If you want to go a little bit more fancy with it on the sideboard, you certainly could do Bloodghast for the landfall ability to haste in again. Plasma Bolt's a good one for the Void ability, 3 damage to any target, or potentially 2 as a sorcery. Nowhere to run to deal with your really, really stubborn stains that you got to get out, especially sheltered by ghosts. Rock Curse Rakshasa, this is actually a very tactical one here because it dies every time it attacks, and you can bring it back consistently with Alesha, or you can use its rot ability to rot out all of the blockers so that they can't block anything that's going in. I was told over and over again I should put Unstoppable in here. It's possible. It's not a 2-drop, but it is possible to get it off on the 3-drop. It does put people on a clock. It does put a lot of pressure down on the board, which, you know, you could put Slasher in there, but I feel like Slasher's overdone at this point, right? Withering Torment will destroy an enchantment for you in a pinch right there. I also don't mind Memorial Team Leader. This is going to be a little bit more controversial because this is a 4-drop. However, that warp ability is really good. During your turn, other creatures you control get +1/+1. This could win you a game. If you've got the big board lined up, if you've got a very, very aggressive and healthy board, being able to warp him in for 1 red and 1, when you have 5 or 6 creatures down, everyone gets +1/+1, pretty solid. My biggest issue with him that he's normally a 4-drop with 1 red and 3, so little expensive, but he can pump up across the board if you want to do a little bit more Kavu action right there. But that is the hot and ready, super aggressive Rakdos. I like it. I'm having fun with it. I am blasting through ranks with it. Again, super high win rate on this one, having a good time. Let's get into the game. Standard ranked, ranking up with this one. Leave a comment, tell me what you think. Here we go. Don't forget to like. Yeah, the one in Hong Kong? Yeah. Delicious Timeline Crawler. Wabango. Oh, he's throwing a crawler right back at me. Look at that. You love to see it. You love to see the crawler kickback. Let's go for it. Oof. Took a damage hit right there. He's going to play the Crawler again. He's not going to run in with the Crawler. Pirate Claw. Let's push. Oof. Vav. We'll push. Discard a card. Tragic Trajectory. Very nice. Okay. Servandin. Boom. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, poof, poof. What do you got for me, my guy? What do you got for me? I'll bring you back. Think this guy's cooked. You know, I never played Sleeping Dogs. That came out in a time where I don't know if I had a console and I wasn't really playing a lot of games. Pop, 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 pop. Pump, pump, pump. Momentum Breaker. Not gonna matter, dude. Pop, 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 boom. There we go. Hey, what's up, AZZ? Welcome to the show. Thank you for subscribing with Prime. Because if I kill Vondam, he's going to exile one of my cards. And I don't I don't want that to happen. When Vondam dies and he's 4 power or higher, he exiles a card. That's the reason, Rats Arena. That's the reason. Because I didn't want him to exile one of my resurrecting creatures, Rats. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Are you arguing with me about how I won a game? Let's back all the way up here, Rats Arena. I won that game. Apparently I didn't win it good enough for Rats Arena, though. SMH. Messing my H right now. Was it the best way to win? You know what the best way to win is? The way which you win. That's the best way to win. Pump. My creatures come back from the dead. I want them in my graveyard so I can replay them. He could have exiled one of my resurrecting creatures, which I did not want. Sats Cat's Roy. Look at that. There he is. Search your library for a bird. Zavrit's the favorites and a hype train to boot. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Traveling Chocobo. I think he knows he's cooked. I saw Zawaya. I thought about Zawaya. Zawaye. He's gonna fight. He's gonna do it. Joko kick. Boom, boom, boom. Unnecessary use of removal at the end, but I wanted him to know how I felt. Halfling Hat Life MTG just cheered 1 bit. Thank you for keeping the streak going. Thank you for keeping the streak alive. Oh, let me give a shout out. Yeah, any of my mono black decks will get you really, especially my aggro mono black decks will get you really quick. There's a shout out to Gold Knight. Please go check out Gold Knight. Great streamer, great variety streamer. She hates Magic more than I do, which is impressive. I thought nobody could do that. Nah, I'm just kidding. I love Magic. Okay. I actually... Oh, man. I wish I had a red dropper there. That would have been really good, but... Fucking Yuna. The Yuna people... You know what's crazy? Consistently across the board, the Yuna people always have Yuna... always have Yuna accoutrement if they're playing a Yuna deck. They have a ton of Yuna shit on top of whatever they're doing. Let's put down Saboteur right away. We do need, like, 1 more mana. A 3rd mana would be perfect. Dredger's Insight. Woo, 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 woo. A Crad. Bango. Gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Gonna build board really quick. Okay, he's milling again. Okay. We need 1 more mana to punch through here. One more mana to punch through would be fantastic. Oof, oof, oof. And I don't want to get swept. Playing a unit deck is already a contraceptive. That's redundant. Virtue of Persistence. Okay. Timeline Crawler. Let's put you out quick. Trigger. Ultra Trigger. Down to 3. Boom. Got him. Got him. Popped him. Pop locked and dropped him. Yeah, just playing Magic the Gathering is contraceptive enough. Dee 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 dee. Okay, sure. Yeah, we can do that. Raucous Theater isn't fantastic, but maybe we'll get a little better. Yeah, I only put 2 Intimidators in there. Yeah, that's the stuff. Ping. Ping. Yeah, we really put out crap on the board. We really load them down, guys. Marauding Mako. Or if you prefer, the Marauding Mako. Ooh. I will take the extra mana. I do think that that's going to be worth it. We're going to do this. Pop, pop. We really want to do the damage on them very quickly. He might get mad at that. He might not like that. Sprinter's going to fly at him right now. Took 2. Could do the split up. No, it's Sycamore Saboteur here. Let's do Saboteur and let's fucking fly at him. Let's fucking push him hard. Pop, pop. I think he's cooked. Dude's cooked, yeah. He's fucking roasted right there. Holy shit, this deck is really aggressive fast. That's good stuff right there. I like that. I like that, guys. Very aggressive. Good stuff. Yeah. I knew Rakdos would see us through. Rakdos will never let you down. Never gonna run around, desert you. Never gonna give you up. Slasher, yeah, you could put Slasher in here. I don't think it's necessary, but yeah, Gecko is he's the amount of shit that you can put on the board with Gecko. I try to keep everything to a 2-drop, so that's the thing. The amount of raw fucking crap you can just shit out is a lot. Gecko lets you really get a wide board, so it's either they've got the removal, they've got the sweep, or they're gonna really start putting you in lock. He's gonna say no thank you, he's gonna say yes. How's about we put you down? Bango. Easy as. Simple as, guys. To answer your question, no, I have not lost a game with it yet. Not to jinx myself, but no, we are currently at a 100% win rate. I'm sure I'll be stopped eventually, but when, I don't know. Yeah, the Hasty Zombie is good. How you doing, Hat Life? Nobody runs the Hasty Zombie, but he's a cool dude. Oof. Okay. I guess we'll put the Cruller out. Boom. Starting town. Starting town with the sprint. Let's see what we got. Brunhilde with Gestalt. Let's push. This one may be a problem for me, but perforating artist. Sure, I'll trade. It's fine. Gestalt mode. I'm not happy with that. Yeah, the Ghost Vacuum is going to really fuck me up here, I think. The Ghost Vacuum is going to be the biggest issue because he's going to eat kind of my ideas to get stuff out of the graveyard. And if he can just eating everything out of the graveyard, we're going to have a problem, I think. That is going to stifle me a little bit. Yep. Yeah, this is heavy, heavy denial. Maybe he's got another trick up his sleeve. I don't know. The only thing we can really hope for is that he does not. Let's get rid of that. Holding up priority for that. Take damage for that. This is going to be tricky. Push. Boof, boof. Increase our speed. Yeah, kill cards with Exile is going to be an issue. Kill cards with Exile is going to be a fucking problem. Oh, man, that didn't fucking get you anywhere. Didn't get you anywhere. All right, push. Pop, pop. He's not doing great. We're putting damage down on him here. It's gonna be down to the. It's gonna be a gunfight. It's gonna be whatever draws we get. Bandit's talent. If we get a haster, we'll be all right here. We got enough life to spare for him off this. Hired Claw. Do that. I think he might know he's roasted. He may know he's roasted here. Oof. Activate. He may know that he's roasted here. Exile card. Okay. Do that. That's the problem. It's going to put all them 1/1 as they're all going to be sorceries. Boom. That's the fucking problem. I still think he's cooked. Yeah, he's cooked. He's cooked because this has trample. He's still cooked. Boo! Narrow one, man. Close one. Very nice, though. And that's the rank right there. Pop. That's the rank right there, boys. Not a bad run, folks. Let's be real. Not a fucking bad run. Mythic Rare. Yuna. Oh, gross. Ew. Man, I'm still laughing at the podcast, where we got Ugin as a reward, and simultaneously me and Trex both went, ugh. We both had a negative reaction just seeing Ugin pop up on the screen. Nice. Hey, what's up, Anthony Robinson, boys? Yeah, they do need a way to close, man. Ooh, that was a good one, guys. That hasty guy, he came in handy, bro. The hasty boy, man, he came in handy. This is good. We haven't even really used the Leshy yet. Just pushing pure damage. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not one of those people. Yuna would have been a great card if they didn't use it to make the absolute most degen nonsense decks that you've ever seen in your life. That's what Yuna would be good. She'd be great if, like, it wasn't the worst fucking deck that you've ever seen. Boos, how you doing? Summer, what's up? I don't like fear of missing out here. And I don't have the exile. Let's try it. He's trying to reanimate. Any unit deck. They just... hey, what's up, Squish? Thank you for subscribing. Unit just reanimates all kind of shit. It brings back Omniscience on turn 4. It's just... It's a hard reanimate. It does everything. It's like VV, you know. They have these premium... They have these premium cards, and it's... She comes out, return target creature. All of them have life gain, trample, and hexproof, or ward. So that's number 1. Number 2 is... let's do you. So there's just a ton of fucking things they can do. I faced Mono Green, I beat it. It was the first deck I played. But it just gives you everything. It just... Unit decks just give you fucking everything. Oof. And turn. Yeah, it's easy if you have graveyard hate, but everything is easy if you have the thing that stops the thing, right? Everything is easy if you've got the thing to stop the thing from doing the thing. That's not really, you know, there's not much we can say about that. Tragic trajectory. I know they have 4 Zombifies, but thank you for making sure that they do, Summer. Thank you for extra making sure that they do. I'm happy that you did that. If they cast it right now, it's your fault. It's your fault. Torch the tower. Exile. The curse of summer never fails. It never fails. Hadn't lost a game. Hadn't lost a game until Summer said something. But Summer said, "Hey, hey Jay, how about you fucking lose the game? How's that sound? Huh? How's that fucking sound? How about you just fucking lose?" He whiffed right there. If he would attack with both of those, he would have won. Boof. Let's push in. Boof. Do this. Boof. Doesn't matter. Even if I kill Aiden, he's going to damage me for the whatchamacallit. Well, I guess we'll never know that now, will we, Summer? Whether or not they were gonna have it, huh? I guess we'll never really know if they were or were not, since I lost the game. You can't stop yourself, huh? It's like a compulsion. You just go, oh, they're going to get what they need to kill you next turn, Jay. Don't worry. Like, it just flies out. Just flies out. It's amazing. Boop, 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 boop. I know it's the curse of prophecy. The curse of prophecy does linger with you, and it's a problem. Do. All right. Ops goes first. I mean, we did have to lose a game eventually, I suppose. Keep. Blazemeyer Verge. Didn't have any removal for me. What's he gonna run? Deep Cavern fucking value. Nice. He's gonna take... He's gonna take that. Okay. Put down Undead Sprinter. Push. Pop. Deep Cavern fucking value again. He's probably gonna take Bitter Triumph. Yeah. Thank me for one. Drop that. Boof. Boof. Little bit of a flood here. Not happy about that. Bop bop. This dude fucking droughted, huh? This dude fucking droughted. Timeline crawler. Yeah, this fucker droughted. Let's do this. Nowhere to run. Who's getting it? Who's getting it? Oh, that guy. Alright. Pop, pop. The Saboteur. Hired Claw. Boom. Push in. Pop. Pump. Okay. What you got for me, man? Timeline crawler again. Tragic. Took that out. Yeah, there you go, man. It's a good idea. Double block me. Should we put down this? We'll put down that. Because I don't think there's a 3-drop removal exists in the game. That's my theory. That's my working theory, is there isn't a 3-drop board wipe. Path of Peril doesn't exist anymore, as far as I know. Yeah, there we go. 7-1, folks. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Do you guys think 4 wins? I think 5 wins is the best. You could look at my economy video. If you go to a vet and you say, hey, I just found a cat, I don't know what to do, a lot of times they'll give you a little care package of like a couple of samples of food and some litter, like a disposable litter tray to start with. No, I haven't done a Devastating Onslaught. That's probably going to be a goal to do that. Yeah, I've had that happen, and I say, hey, I found a cat. I don't know what to do, or I'm out of town, or whatever, and, you know, and they'll be like, okay, you can come by and get, like, a kitty care kit, and they'll give you, you know, they'll do it one time, but it'll help get you through. If you can't get to the store, you just completely stuck on, It's always so funny to me that some cats will just start meowing at your door, and then they just come in and go to sleep, and it's just like, hey, you have a cat now. This cat decided he's going to live in your house. It's just the way it is. It's not much you can do about it. It's just, you just have to deal with it. Yes, in St. Louis, it's called the St. Louis Bread Company. Very weird. Thank you for following Magic Mike Behe. Welcome to the show. Gobbler, we're going to take a look at that afterwards. Okay, Big Cat lost there. We're going to take a look at that in a minute. Yeah. I'm a cat dad. I've talked about this right now. I'm a cat daddy. I have 2 cats. I have Mackie and Ari. Mackie is short for McGinnis. He's an old orange cat, and that's why I missed the stream the other night, because he was sick. And I have a younger cat who's about 2, and his name's Ari, and he can't think. But we love him anyways. But he doesn't have any thoughts. He just sits there looking at the wall with a blank expression. Oof. Obango. Pop. 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 Mackie's doing a little better. Yeah, we've got his blood pressure down. I don't think he's gained sight in his eye. He is doing a little better, but man, he's gonna he's old. He's 16. You know, he's not a young guy anymore. 16, 15. He's 15. No, if I'll show you a picture, Ari. He's not a Zen master. He's literally just, he can't think. It's all right. It's fine. He's happy with not being able to think. They're going to play a removal in some way. Watch this. Drop Alesha. Oof. Flame Cash Gecko. Discard. Drew another one. Yeah. Wow. That's real impressive, guys. Okay. Consult the star charts. Yeah, it started, apparently it started in Minnesota, or not Minnesota, but Missouri, and it was called the St. Louis Bread Company, and they wanted to go national, and they're like, that name is weird. So they decided against that. The real Power 9, well, I just got an imaginary achievement. Okay. What do we get from that? Cool. Guys, I don't know what to say. This is this cooks them. We really cook some here, guys. Back to Rakdos for hot and ready pizza right here. Featuring your girl Alesha. A little bit of lizards, but a lot of other stuff too, and the pressure that we can apply with the early game. I like how much aggro, how much early power they gave Black in Edge of Eternity. So I'm happy about this one, guys. I think it proved its worth for sure.